Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Investigamer Live. I am your host, Chris McGuire, also known as the Investigamer, here on YouTube, and today, the name of the game is E3. I've been gone for the past week. I don't know if you guys have known this. You've probably noticed a lack of videos. Well, I've been gone. I spent a week at TJ's house, the Amazing Atheist, and we did some collaborative stuff, talked about some business-related things, and had a lot of fun. Smoked a lot of weed, ate a lot of food, that sort of thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Investigamer Live. I am your host, Chris McGuire.
I don't know why I can hear that, even though I muted it.
And today, the name of the game is
Oh, that's why. Okay, back on topic. So, I spent some time at TJ's house, and I've been away from videos, and unfortunately that made me miss E3. I did not get to watch anything live. I have caught up on some stuff since then, but my information is still a little muddy, but I have chosen some news stories that are important to me that I'd like to talk about in this live stream as soon as we get things going here. But first, I'd like to tell you about this website called audible.com, which allows you to download unlimited audiobooks for a small subscription fee. You guys know that I'm a gamer at heart, so I rarely get the chance to read quality books, but with Audible, I can download all the Halo or Gears of War books and listen to them in my car, read by some really impressive voice artist. I mean, they've got Bryan Cranston doing audiobooks now, so they'll have anybody doing that stuff. But I know some of you might be curious if audiobooks are right for you. Well, it's your lucky day, because for you guys, Audible is offering a 1-month free trial, along with one free audiobook to keep even if you end up not liking the service. Just visit audibletrial.com/investigamer. Once again, that's audibletrial.com/investigamer. The link is also in the description if you just want to click that. Please do. It's an awesome service. I am loving it. Now that I've covered that, let's start the show. The first news story I'm going to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is Halo related, obviously. I'm not going to talk about anything before I get Halo out of the way. That's my MO, if you will. That's like my favorite thing in the whole world, pretty much, when it comes to video games. So, as many people know, Halo 5, they gave us a little trailer at E3 this year for Halo 5. We got a teaser last year, and that was cool and all. But this one kind of teases a new character, and possibly the return of the Arbiter, which was a character that everyone knows and loves. I personally even loved the Arbiter back in the Halo 2 days. A lot of people, when Halo 2 came out, they didn't like all the Covenant politics bullshit that was going on in the background, and they hated when they started playing a mission and they have to play as the Arbiter. They wanted to play as the Master fucking Chief. But me, I never complained. I thought the Arbiter was a pretty cool character, so him returning would be nice for me, and you know, my personal preferences. And we did get to see a pretty sweet HD version of the Master Chief bombing that one Covenant ship in Halo 2. That was a very iconic scene in gaming that's showing right now. I'm assuming it's a retelling of that, or a re-showing of that. I doubt that it's happening again. Oh yeah, that's right. It was some type of video he was watching, like a video feed. But no one knows who that character is. I don't think there's any information on him just yet, him or her. I'm guessing it's another Spartan, possibly with a different Spartan project, like the Spartan 3s or Spartan 4s, or maybe even Spartan 5s, but I really hope it doesn't go that far at this point. Anyways, who knows? Moving on to the next one. Halo 2 is getting an anniversary release, just like Halo 1. I'm happy about this as well. We all predicted it. I mean, this was a prediction for the past few months. And one thing I'm definitely happy about this time is we get a full, and I do mean full, redux of the multiplayer. It's not just Halo 2 campaign remade with some Halo 4 maps, or Halo 5 maps, like they did with fucking Halo 1. I was hoping back when Halo 1 Anniversary came out that they would do a full-scale multiplayer with online this time, since Halo 1 didn't quite make the cut for Xbox Live yet. It hadn't released yet, so we could only play Halo 1 local, and it would have been nice to have that same multiplayer experience online, but we didn't get that. So now we're getting Halo 2 online, because they feel bad about it, I guess. But it does look awesome, as you can see. It looks absolutely incredible. All the same weapons are there, presumably. All the same maps are there, presumably. because they're playing on Ascension right now, which was one of my favorites. They're doing Elites versus... That guy just teabagged, oh my god. They're doing Elites versus Spartans in this particular thing. And I absolutely love it. I cannot wait to play that. I'm actually probably more stoked for the Halo 2 anniversary than I am Halo 5. I mean, with all respect. I did like Halo 4. I'm not one of those detractors. I loved Halo 4, and I think Halo 5 is going to be even better, probably. But who wouldn't be stoked to see their very favorite... Like, this is... Halo 2 was my favorite game in the whole world, pretty much. So seeing that remade is going to be orgasmic. The next story I have for you is another Xbox favorite, the Crackdown series. A lot of people never played Crackdown 1. The only reason they got it was to play the Halo 3 beta back in the day. But Crackdown 2 was impressive. And I'll talk about something kind of like this when I get to the Dead Island story, but a lot of games, they'll make a good game, and they'll just kind of milk that and make shitty stuff after that. They won't improve on the formula they have. But Crackdown 2, if there's any game that improved on their previous game, it was Crackdown 2. Crackdown 1 was pretty much mediocre, and Crackdown 2 was, you know, Saints Row level of free roaming. I fucking loved Crackdown 2. I actually like it more than Saints Row, to be honest. And Crackdown 3 looks like it might just improve on that. I'm loving the neon colors, very similar to Hotline Miami, which is another game I love. Except, well, I guess it's more futuristic and Tron-like than Miami, but neon colors have always been something interesting to me. But that's all I can really say about Crackdown. I haven't played a Crackdown game in a while, so this will be nice. The next thing I've got for you is The Last of Us is being re-released on the PS4 in stunning, absolutely stunning, better than HD. Just, I mean, the last game was gorgeous. They streamlined that shit so much to make it look gorgeous on the PS3, and now they've got it looking even fucking better on the PS4. And apparently, my friend Brian told me this, apparently it was a bitch to move this over to the PS4 because of all of the, I guess, the fact that the groundwork was entirely based around the PS3 architecture, and they pretty much relied on the PS3 architecture to make it look so good. So hopefully it runs smoothly on the PS4 and we don't get a lot of problems from, you know, port issues, but just the trailer looks phenomenal, so that'll be nice. I actually have not played Last of Us on PS3, so I've been planning now for a long time for them to release it on PS4 so that I can get the PS4 version and finally play this goddamn game. In other news, for re-releases, we've got GTA 5 releasing on PC at long fucking last, as well as the new consoles, but I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in the PC release so I can mod that shit and crank that shit up all the way on the knobs for graphics, just get everything looking absolutely phenomenal. Just looking at this trailer, you know it's gonna be amazing. It's one of the best looking ports I've ever seen coming from an old gen game. Way better than how they handled Tomb Raider, and that looked nice too, but this, oh. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time on this, I just know it. And now we've got the Dead Island story, as I previously mentioned. Dead Island was one of those games that had a decent game to start off with. The first Dead Island was not bad, I actually liked it. If they had just taken that idea and improved on it a lot, it would have made a pretty decent, you know, sequel. It would have made a really good game series if they could just improve what they originally had. But instead, Dead Island Riptide was improved upon. It barely improved upon the first Dead Island. Calling it a major improvement or a revamp, that's crossing a line. That just isn't true. It really was the first Dead Island made over again with a few minor changes. It wasn't that impressive. It was the same 4 characters with 1 more class added in, and then all the missions were basically... I mean, point made simply, there were no new missions. They were all the same thing over and over and over again. It was just grab-and-go quests. You can watch my old review if you want to know my full opinion on that game, but I did not like Riptide. It pissed me off, it really did. So, this Dead Island 2 is continuing the tradition of having a really awesome looking trailer. The first Dead Island had this huge controversy how it had this amazing looking trailer, but then the game did not match it graphically or in any other sense. So, if this game can match this trailer, that would be pretty awesome, but I highly doubt it, since they outsource their trailers, or so I'm told. It'll probably look nothing like this. I mean, I really doubt it will look like this. Highly doubt it. But we can always hope, right? It is a pretty funny trailer, I will say that. Just seeing this guy transform into a zombie is pretty gruesome. Definitely some Night of the Living Dead shit right there. Anyways, our last story of the day, as far as I know, is Sunset Overdrive. This is one of the games I've been looking forward to the most when it comes to next gen. This is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, an Xbox One exclusive. I'm pretty sure it is. And at first you might be seeing this and thinking, oh great, another shooter, oh gee, that's kind of lame. But Sunset Overdrive takes a huge turn. It's not a shooter in the typical sense. It is a fucking ridiculous bonanza of comic mischief by Insomniac Games. The closest thing I can come to when describing this is just Scott Pilgrim. I mean, you'll see it in a second, but this is so Scott Pilgrim-ish, what happens. It's like all this must be happening in someone's head because it can never happen in real life. But I love the comic words that pop up when you kill people. It kind of reminds me of Bulletstorm. And Bulletstorm, when you killed people, all these you know, things would pop up telling you how good of a job you're doing. It'll say these hilarious things like when you shoot someone right in the crotch, it says like nut shot or something. Yeah, it's kind of like that. And this game looks to be in that same vein, but a lot more comic-y. It's going to have very vibrant, colorful sets. As you can see, it kind of transitions here. It's very bright, very vibrant, very colorful, and that's why I originally liked it, because I'm tired of seeing these brown, grainy games. I mean, it's nice to get a dark game like Last of Us, but it's also nice to get the opposite, which is something bright and colorful like this, something comic book-ish. It really does look nice. I would play the audio to these trailers, but it would just kind of ruin the flow of my streams. So if you want to go see the full trailer and, you know, get the audio portion of it, you can go look these things up. I'm just, you know, giving you the idea. This guy looks kind of like Johnny Napalm from Guitar Hero. Those eyebrows, what the fuck? Imagine if I shaved my head like that. Anyways, that's Sunset Overdrive. I don't really have much else to say about it, but it's easily one of the games I'm looking forward to most. If I made another, you know, I think this game's coming out in 2015, but if I made, you know, most anticipated games, it would rank up there, for sure. So that's that. Now, I'm going to take a break here for a minute, compose myself, and read some of the comments you've been leaving me. Feel free to ask your questions right now, and in the break I will collect your questions and answer them when I come back. Until then, you can enjoy the beautiful music that I've selected for you. This particular piece is by Kirby, my good friend Ubercrow, over at youtube.com/UbercrowEDM, I believe is his link. And for those of you just getting here, let me tell you about this sweet website called audible.com. Audible lets you listen to over 150,000 audiobooks anytime you want for a small subscription fee, much like Netflix has done for movies, Gamefly is kind of doing for games. You know I love video games, but sometimes on a road trip it's nice to listen to some of my favorite books on the go. For you guys, Audible is offering a 1-month free trial along with 1 free audiobook to keep if you end up not liking the service. Just like, you know, any other trial that people run. Just visit audibletrial.com/Investigamer. Once again, that's audibletrial.com/Investigamer. The link is also in the description if you just want to click that. That's all good. Just visit that, sign up, and you'll get a free audiobook even if you end up not liking the service, and it's not like you're going to get charged or anything for a fucking trial. It's a nice service. I like it. It's been helping me out a lot, especially for my drive up to TJ's house. Anyways, I'm going to go grab a drink, a snack, and your questions, and when I come back, we'll talk more about E3 and whatever questions you might have asked. See you in a moment. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen who are just joining us. I'm back from my break, and I've got a few questions here that I'm going to answer for your entertainment. So someone asked what my favorite game reveal was at E3 2014. I assume that's what they're talking about anyway. If not, I'll just give both. This year, you know, I couldn't tell you. I was actually more interested in the games that were already revealed, but now we got more information about them. But I believe Grand Theft Auto 5, the release for PC, wasn't revealed till E3, so if it's a reveal, it'd be that one. That's obviously pretty cool, because I've been waiting for it to be put on PC. I knew it was going to happen. We all knew it was going to happen. I mean, it's just fucking inevitable. My favorite reveal of all time, from all the E3s I've ever seen, probably Halo 4. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Halo fan. The Halo 4 reveal was pretty fucking impressive, because a lot of people didn't know there was going to be a Halo after Halo 3, like a mainstream Halo. We didn't know a new trilogy was in the works by a new studio. We knew Halo was going to continue, but we didn't know, you know, that powerfully. And the Halo 4 teaser that they did with Cortana and him waking up in the ship and then going out to the end and it's like blown off and they're drifting into this fucking huge-ass thing, it's just, it's crazy. I did love that reveal. Even as a person who wouldn't be a Halo fan, I could still probably respect it. Most of you out there who aren't Halo fans, I would assume, could respect it. Console battle predictions. I don't really want to get into this at all, but let's give it a shot. I haven't told anyone this yet, but I'm actually trying to sell my PS4. I don't have a lot of money lately, so I've been trying to focus on PC-related content for the Investigamer. I haven't been doing a lot of console stuff, and I'm right now probably going to end up selling my PS4 and getting an Xbox One, because now I don't have to pay for the Kinect. There's games on it I want, like Sunset Overdrive. Destiny's on both, but I want to get it on Xbox because I have an Xbox Live subscription still. You know, the Halo games, obviously, gotta get those. So there's games I want on the Xbox One. I still have an Xbox Live subscription. I've been playing Xbox forever, and now that Kinect is gone and it's just as cheap as the PS4, I kind of want one. So I'm going to sell my PS4 and probably both the games I have for it, because I have Killzone and Knack. I think that says enough. I don't want those in my house. I don't really like either of those games, especially Knack. If you have seen my review, you know why. But console battle predictions, I'll just predict that the Wii U's not going to win. That's the only prediction I can make at this point. If you can really call a winner, I still think having a battle over consoles is really fucking stupid. I mean, if you were to put them up against PC, it's pretty clear they are in the red right now. PC is dominating at the moment, so I would be on that side probably. Favorite childhood game? Yeah, this is a tough one. I don't know how far back I deem childhood. I guess any time before maybe 17, 16, so that's a lot of games, but I'm assuming you're meaning, you know, 8, 9, 10, 12 maybe. So for that, I'd have to say probably Sly Cooper. I played Sly Cooper for a very long time. I enjoyed it. I always thought Sly Cooper was the bee's knees. I thought he was the coolest guy in the whole world. I wanted to be a thief when I grew up. I mean, both of my parents were drug dealers, or at least one of them, so yeah, it was kind of an interest in me. The criminal world was interesting to me as a child, but I loved Sly Cooper. Rayman also, but Sly Cooper was probably my favorite childhood game, if you don't count the ages of 12, 13, 14, or whatever, when I started playing Halo 1. Witcher 3 and Dragon Age 3, what do you think? I don't know much about either of those games, but I can tell you right now I am more interested in Witcher 3. I have played Witcher 2. I enjoyed the living hell out of Witcher 2. I cranked that shit up. It's one of the first games I really used to benchmark my computer. When I built my last computer, and the computer before that, and the computer before that, I built a lot of computers. But Witcher 3, I have seen one video of it, and it does look pretty impressive. I'm assuming they released a new one for this E3, but I haven't seen that one, so we'll see. But from what I know, I'm very interested. Dragon Age 3, on the other hand, I couldn't give a flying fuck about. I do not like the Dragon Age games. I'm sorry, I I apologize. I know some of you are really vehemently Dragon Age fans, but I just don't like them. I can't get into them. They're so boring. And yes, I have played the PC versions. They are vastly better on PC over Xbox. I've played the Xbox version as well of Dragon Age 2, but I don't like those games. They're not fun to me. They're boring. I don't even know how to explain why. I just, every time I try to play one, it bores me to death. It's the same thing with Fable. Everyone loves Fable, and I can see why people might like it, but I can't get into it. I guess I'm just not a Fable gamer. So, Dragon Age 3, not that interested, not gonna lie. Well, I gotta be honest, I don't really have very many other questions that I was interested in that I wrote down here. So I guess I will take this time to go check out whatever comments that may have been left since then, and see if there's anything else I can talk about before I wrap this stuff up. I will say this, my next stream is going to be much more dynamic. It's going to be vastly improved over this. I wasn't at all prepared because I just got home yesterday, but I've been wanting to do this new streaming thing for a while. I've been wanting to use graphics that I created in Photoshop, clips that I've queued up. I've been wanting to do a more interesting stream for a very long time. I've wanted to up the ante, as it were. So this is kind of the endeavor that I've gone to at this point. I hope you like the new way that I'm doing these streams. In the future, I'm going to have it with more segments. I was planning on having a guest on today at the end of the show, but unfortunately he wasn't available. So yeah, that's a problem. I will be doing another stream next Saturday and every Saturday after that, so please tune in every time. That's about it I have to say about that. I will make one more comment. Someone asked about The Division. The Division is without a doubt, and I cannot believe I did not have a Division clip queued up for this stream. I totally forgot about it. I wrote down a bunch of games I wanted to talk about, and I covered most of them, but The Division I did not manage to cover. And that is without a doubt probably my biggest hype game for E3. I'm so hyped for The Division. If I were to pick a best of show for 2013 E3, I would pick Division, and, you know, I gotta say, it's definitely up there for this year as well. They showed a hella depressing Division clip. It was really depressing and sad. It actually got him, like, Kotaku made an article about how fucking depressing it is. But it still looks incredible. The gameplay looks very fun. It looks more dynamic than a lot of things I've seen. My theory about Division is it's going to probably be one of the first open-world games to really use the next-gen technology and impress us. We were hoping that that was going to be Watch Dogs. It didn't turn out to be Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs was a fucking... You know, in hindsight, I know I said it was awesome in my review, but it's not nearly as good as a lot of people think it is. It's... Up front, it appears good, but the game just becomes more and more shallow the further you play it. It really does not have a lot of replay value. It really gets old, and there are a lot of problems with it, both with the PC release and the graphical side of things. It's in many ways, it's a minor mess, and definitely not a superb game by any merit. And I'm hoping Destiny 2, but The Division is going to be that superb open world game that we're looking for. Someone asked about Destiny. Obviously, I'm a Halo guy, so I am totally stoked for Destiny. That game is getting a lot of hype right now. Like, there's an alpha going on, and people are going fucking banana nuts over that game. Apparently, it's really, really good. So, I'm definitely going to play it. You can assume that. I did not get into the alpha. I was on a trip, as I mentioned before. I was on a trip to TJ's house, did not get to sign up, can't play it at the moment. I could email them and ask for a press key or whatever, but I don't want to go through the trouble. I've got other stuff on my plate right now anyway, so fuck it. That's about all I have to say in today's stream. I'm glad that you tuned in and joined me for this little endeavor. I promise next week's will be better. I will be talking about much more things. I will have guests on the show. I'm probably going to have on-camera segments this week. You know, I've been traveling, so obviously I don't have a lot of clothes right now. I'm doing laundry and shit, so I just didn't want to go on camera for this. So, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you this Tuesday is when my next video is coming out. I'm going to be going on a Tuesday-Thursday video release schedule with live streams every Saturday, and I've got to be doing a lot more work towards Not Productive in the near future, so be sure to check out youtube.com/notproductive for that type of stuff. And once again, before I go, I gotta remind you, audibletrial.com/theinvestigamer. Or no, actually, audibletrial.com/investigamer. No the, just Investigamer. It's a pretty cool service. I think you'd enjoy it. Do not miss out on that. Right, well, see you guys next time, and peace out. Enjoy the rest of your day.